All right, welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Fanon, and in this video, we're going to talk about Terence "Bud" Crawford and his fight with David Advanesyan, as well as what Gervonta Davis had to say about it, because Gervonta said that he would like to fight Terence Crawford eventually at 147 pounds. Let's talk about that in this video. All right, welcome back to the channel. It is your boy Fanon. We are back here on a wonderful Sunday morning, the morning after the epic battle between Terence "Bud" Crawford and an Armenian cab driver. Yeah, just joking. Seriously though. Between he and David Advanesyan was actually an entertaining fight while it lasted, and Gervonta Davis gave his 2 cents into what he thought about it after someone spoke up to him about it. Now, before I get into the details of it, though, let me welcome you back to the channel. If you are a longtime subscriber or supporter of the channel, thank you so much for your support. This particular video will be dedicated to Blessed 365, who said, you're going to watch the Terence Crawford versus David Advanesyan fight, even though me, Fanon, was not very happy that the fight got made. You are 100% correct. I did watch the fight, and I did it because, hey, the next morning was going to come, like all things in life. So you got to talk, you got to be prepared. So went to work, watched the fight. Thank you so much, Blessed 365. Also want to say thank you to everybody in the live streams and in these videos that support the channel through the super chats and the cash apps, which really do generate enough for this channel to keep these two things over here shining in my face on. And also thank you to the people that support in the super thanks, which you can see is a little heart with a dollar symbol in the middle of it in the lower right hand corner of your screen. And that's how people support content creators that they like and that they want to continue to see do their work. So thank you to everybody that supports in that particular manner. But let's get into this. Terence Crawford fought David Advanesyan in Omaha, Nebraska last night, won by 6-round knockout after I think, pretty much controlling the fight for 6 rounds. David Advanesyan had some moments, here and there, pretty much had moments every round of connecting with shots on Terence Crawford. Definitely, was hitting him with some nice shots. Terence Crawford took the shots from David Advanesyan well, and was pretty much just, David Advanesyan was able to stay close to him the entire fight. But really, Terence Crawford was controlling the distance with a probing jab that he was going up top, going down to the body, and pretty much controlling the spacing of it. However, it was I wouldn't say nip and tuck, but Bud got touched up a little bit by David Advanesyan, but then in the 6th round he hits him with an uppercut, which he had been looking for all night, an uppercut and then a right hand, a right hook, and wound up stopping at David Advanesyan. David Advanesyan probably still don't know where he is after getting hit by that shot. So, basically just boom, laid him out on the ground, didn't know where he was. So obviously, good performance for Terence Crawford. At the same time, though, and this was the point that Gervonta Davis made, a very, very expected outcome in that fight. I don't think anybody thought that David Advanesyan had a snowball's chance, against a flamethrower. And I mean a little, ain't no talking about no glacier. I'm talking about a very small little snowball against a blowtorch. So was not going to happen, did not happen, went just as it was expected to, to take place. So somebody took to Twitter, said something to Gervonta about, hey, you still think you can hang with Bud, champ? And Gervonta Davis responded, man, that was a sparring partner, FOH, which means FUCK, out of here, right? Kick rocks dude. That dude was nobody to begin with, and pretty much that is the case. Can't say it much better than that. If Gervonta Davis fought David Advanesyan, I suspect we would see the same thing. If David Advanesyan fought Keith Thurman, I suspect we would probably see the same thing. If he fought Jaron Ennis, I think Jaron Ennis probably wouldn't have gone 6 rounds with David Advanesyan. I think more than likely he would have got him out of there in 2 to 3 if he didn't get him out of there in the first or the second. Because I would put David Advanesyan as a competitor somewhere below Sergey Lipinets, and I don't know, is he below? I'm not sure if I would put him necessarily below Thomas Delorme, but yeah, probably a little bit below Thomas Delorme, right? He had already been knocked out by Aegis Kalvanakis as well. So, Terence Crawford knocking out a guy that he knocked out, hey man, I'm not really impressed by that. And I don't think Gervonta Davis really was either. Now, I do want to be careful with things, right? Because, there are definitely levels to boxing. And Terence Crawford was fighting a guy that was a certain level, and he did the things he needed to do to set that guy up and beat him right at that level. He may not do the same things against, say, somebody like Errol Spence Jr. that he did against David Advanesyan, right? It's very, very, very likely. However, seeing as the clock is ticking and Terence Crawford didn't sound overly excited about fighting Errol Spence Jr. after that fight, I don't know, man. I don't know. I think especially if this fight goes to this time next year, first of all, I already had Errol Spence Jr. winning the fight. But as far as Gervonta Davis, I don't know, man. I will tell you this, man. Terence Crawford does not want to get hit by Gervonta Davis with the same things that David Advanesyan hit him with. And I don't really think that Terence Crawford is going to be setting up Gervonta Davis that easily. However, still big size difference between the two. But I would seriously dismiss the idea of it being, Gervonta and Terence Crawford just being something where Terence Crawford is going to walk in there and have his way all day and it's going to be easy money. Even with the very big height advantage and the length advantage, you still have somebody in Gervonta Davis that if you let him touch you can definitely send you spinning. And I think that would be the case for anybody that would fight Gervonta Davis, probably under 160 pounds. He really does have that type of power. So, Gervonta wasn't necessarily impressed, or at the very least, he wasn't putting too much stock in this fight with David Advanesyan. And I don't think a whole lot of people should be anyway, one way or the other. I will say, though, that I hope, no, I'm not going to say I hope, but Terence Crawford's, the fact that David Advanesyan could stay right by him the entire time, and Terence Crawford was definitely moving and changing and shifting side to side, but yet and still, David Advanesyan was still able to be right there. I don't know how that bodes for an Errol Spence Jr. fight. But anyway, it is what it is. That's my take on the matter. You let me know what you think in the comment section. And with that, I'm out. Deuces.